Today we're on the Ovation of the Seas. So we're all the way forward on the Ovation of the Seas, upper deck, taking a look at the port of Juneau as we are very, very slowly coming into port. Probably five knots at this point. I mean, just barely creeping along. And we weren't supposed to arrive until noon. And or I guess noon is when you actually can get off the ship. I'm not sure how that works, but that was sort of the posted time. We were there from noon until 9 p.m. This might have been maybe 11:15, 11:30, I don't know. It takes these ships quite a while to actually come into port and pull up lines alongside the dock and tie up the lines. And, you know, they have to get clearance from the port authorities to allow the passengers to get off. And they've got to put the gangways in place for the people to come off the ship. And just, there's a lot of things that have to happen. So it takes a little while to kind of go through all of that. So by the time we're looking at the port here versus when we get off, there's a good, 30, 45 minutes or however long. You can see the clouds hanging over there. Juneau is not very big. You'll see in the subsequent vlogs on this in this series, once we actually get into to the little town area, we're able to pretty much just walk around downtown Juneau because it's just not that big, even though it is the state capital. So pretty cool little port set up to handle about maybe 4 or 5 ships at once at maximum capacity. There is a webcam that is available year-round. It's part of the PTZ webcam family. It's like the Juneau Port Cam, and it sits on top of a restaurant that's right at the end of the port. On one end of it, so you can see from that camera whenever the ships are coming into the port, like ours are. The camera is pointed directly at the ship, and it's also pretty cool because you can watch that camera year round and see some of the seaplanes coming and going and other things, and you also get an idea of just how crazy the weather is up there, in terms of both like the temperature and how windy it gets and how much rain they get. And if you're going to live in Alaska, you've got to be a pretty hardy individual to deal with the climate and just everything that comes with it, and the way of life up there. Like there's tourism's a big part of it, and just it's the whole thing about living in Alaska. We've talked to some of the locals up there as we were doing some of the tours, and they described like what it's like going grocery shopping, not so much maybe in Juneau, but like over in Skagway, which we're going to be on the next stop on the cruise. How expensive things are in the grocery store, and just price of gasoline and things like that. Just what it takes to live up there and the cost associated with it. Yeah, I'm just not sure I could do it. I guess I'm so used to Florida that the idea of living in Alaska. But anyway. So yeah, this is the port of Juneau, Alaska, and we are on the Ovation of the Seas.
We did something like that in an open chair. It was a chair that was strapped into. It was really cool.
Thank you very much for watching that video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you gave it a like, that's very much appreciated as it helps the channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to change that bell icon so you're notified when new videos are posted.
You're probably going to have a better chance. My guess.